Hi, 8th grade. So today we've looked at the rubric for an expository essay, specifically with star writing, and we've analyzed those components of what makes a better essay compared to a poorer essay. So we've looked at those components, and then we just finished identifying the different types of sentences in this expository essay. As you can see, it's highlighted here. Now we need to start bringing the two of them together. So we need to start evaluating it based on the expository writing rubric that we looked at earlier in class. So I'm going to do a part of it with this first paragraph, and then I'm going to turn it over to you guys to do yourself. So if you'll see up here, I put in a couple of questions up top for you to consider as you're analyzing it. So the first question is, why would a writer include this component in his or her essay? So you might ask yourself this if something stands out to you. How many paragraphs is the essay? Why is this important? And 3, does anything stand out to you as being different, new, or unfamiliar? So as we read it, I'm going to specifically read this first section based on looking out for organization and progression and how the entire essay is organized. And then I'm going to tell you what my evaluation of it is based on the score number. The line between work and play is defined since we're young. Although both are important, some only make time for one. It is important to make time for both work and play because if you don't, you may have regrets someday or your well-being will suffer. Many people during the later years of their life will reflect on what they could have done differently. This is seen in the movie Click. Adam, in his younger years, works day and night, claiming that one day he'll be able to retire and have a lot of money. He spends so much time invested in his job, trying to get promoted, that he never finishes his kids' treehouse, he doesn't go camping with his family, and misses many more important events. Before he realizes it, he's 60 and never spent any quality time with his family. He never made time to have fun. Adam spent all his time working. He didn't realize his whole life had left him behind. So I would say from the organization of it, we can tell that they clearly have a rhyme and a reason to it, right? So our thesis here is first, which is the most important part. As you're writing, your thesis will always come in your introduction. And so because it starts as a guidance to the rest of your essay. So that's awesome that they put that first. So that's a good sign of their organization. Then we see that they follow the logical order for an expository paragraph, right? So they connect their first sentence here back to their thesis and the topic of the prompt, and then they give us an example, and then they explain how that example, is an example of the topic, of the claim of their thesis statement. So they give us more information so that we understand it, and then that last sentence ties the movie back to the thesis statement up here. So it does everything that an expository paragraph needs to do. It's very organized and it makes a lot of sense. So as a result, I would give this essay or this paragraph, this section, a 4 on the organization/progression part of the rubric, because the essay, the structure of it, it's clearly appropriate to the purpose of an expository essay. It's responsive to the demands of the prompt. It answers the question. And it skillfully uses organizational strategies for an expository essay. It has a clear thesis statement, and the ideas in the example were related back to the thesis statement and the prompt. It is very focused. It doesn't go off track. It sticks to the prompt, and it's logical, well-controlled, and has good transitions between each of it. It's very easy to read. So as a result, I would give this part of the essay a 4 on organization. Now I'm going to have you do the same thing with the second paragraph, and I'm going to have you look at organization, development of ideas, and use of language and conventions.